I mean, watching Donald Trump as I have now for some, 11 years or so, or whatever it's been, this is not a guy who's particularly interested in getting a group of experts into the Oval Office.
I should point out that Gabbard is taking control over the PDB that goes directly to the president. So she's transferring the responsibility for that from the CIA analysts to her own office. And given her track record here, I would imagine that raises some issues of concern.
Saving grace is that Trump doesn't even like these briefings. He reportedly only, suffers through a couple of them a week, as opposed to, I guess they should rename it the President's Weekly Brief instead of the Daily Brief, because he's not interested. And according to reports, he does most of the talking during a briefing.
But let's. So you asked about Venezuela. You asked about Russia and China.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff that gets really scary. Really worries me. And it's sort of an intermediate thing, right? I mean, I could throw out dozens of examples, but let's imagine that a satellite picks up the fueling of one of the nuclear missiles in North Korea. And we don't really know. It's cloudy, so we don't really know. Is North Korea fueling a nuclear missile? Don't you want the very best people in the Oval Office trying to answer that question? Now, did those very best people decide, screw this, I'm going to the private sector to make twice the money I can because I'm not going to hang around with these yahoos? And then what do you want? If you conclude that they're fueling a nuclear missile, and there's all sorts of scenarios, somebody moving a bioweapon across the Sahel, I could go on and on. My point is pretty obvious, which is you want the very best people in the room giving you the very best information. Then what happens? Oh my God, we think that North Korea is fueling a nuclear missile. Get me the Secretary of Defense to outline my kinetic options for me. That's Pete Hegseth, right? I mean, it's just...
Blows your mind.
I think I made my point, right?